Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. I am the Crypto Insider, back with another cryptocurrency video for you. I apologize for not making a video yesterday. I'm sorry about that. I was a little under the weather and watching the markets, and I just decided, we'll skip it today and get right back into it tomorrow. So here I am, ready to explore some of the recent price action with you. Obviously, everybody took a big haircut over the last week, and there's been some interesting moves in the rebound on some of these cryptos, so we'll talk about that. Before we get into it, I'd like to say that we don't sell anything here at the Crypto Insider channel. There's no placemats, beer koozies, nothing like that, but we do donate to charity for each new subscriber to the channel. What you are seeing on the screen in front of you is the latest donation we've made to @GoodXRP in the amount of 1 XRP. They broke it down and sent off smaller donations to each of the Twitter handles on the screen before you. So it helps us get subscribers, and it helps them get their mission accomplished. It's a sort of a win-win situation we have going on. I'd also like to say, though, before we get into it, that I'm not a, standard disclaimer, tax accountant, stockbroker, none of that. Registered investment advisor, I'm not selling anything. This is an opinion channel where we talk about my opinion on cryptos and your opinion in the comments. Nothing more than that. So let's get into it here. Let's look at Live Coin Watch, because I think it'd be good to have an overarching view of where everything is, especially after all this nonsense with the prices. 64% Bitcoin dominance, so it's still maintaining, even with these volatile swings in between that 64 and 65% dominance. For us to start to see a real divergence or kick off an alt season, that's going to have to drop some more, in my opinion. I'd like to see it down around 50 to 55%. Then the charts will start to do some interesting things, and they won't all look like this on the right. Bitcoin sitting at 5,400, and I was kind of, the conspiracy theory minded in me was kind of wondering, are some of the whales manipulating on the back of this virus scare to get the price down so they can sort of have a Bitcoin accumulation phase before the halvening? It's a weird question. Maybe not. I don't know. But if you're going to accumulate Bitcoin before the halvening, or any coin before the halvening, now is one of the best times I think that you're going to be able to find to do it. I know I always, sort of talk tongue-in-cheek. Everybody is tired of buying opportunities, but that's exactly what this is. And it's a buying opportunity for name your coin. One of our favorite coins here is XRP, sitting at 15.5 cents, up 3.3% from yesterday, 0.78% on the hour. There's a story going on around about the court case stuff, but it didn't seem that interesting to me yet. It wasn't a predictive story. In other words, it didn't really have an outcome to it. It just, said that some cryptos may be subject to California laws regarding securities. It's not an actual court decision, and it's not a refiling that they gave the plaintiff 28 days to do. It doesn't really talk about that stuff. So if you're interested in the Ripple lawsuit or whatever, we'll get more into that as more things happen in it. But until then, it seemed like it was a lot of speculation. Tezos up at 1.54% in the past hour, 10.46% on the day to sit at 169. Making some progress. Link sort of coming back 5.5%, but we're still down in all these. Even though these numbers are green on the 24 hours for a lot of these, we're still down quite a bit. I mean, we had a lot shaved off the market. Total market cap was, where we're sitting at 213 billion, and now we're down to 154 billion. So a lot of consolidation happening in the markets with these price moves. One of the interesting ones to watch is HBAR, up 58% from yesterday, and still not back quite to where it was, but man, did it storm back. If you for the first time invested in HBAR just a day ago, you've already made 60% returns. And I don't think that 58's a bit high, but I think you're going to see when you have a good panic sell or a good fire sell, the lower she falls, the faster she comes back, because that's the way it is too in the opposite direction. When there's these huge market swings, usually it levels off pretty quickly. Panic buying and panic activity in a market can only sustain for so long, as long as the panic's there, and it remains to be seen what's going to happen in the U.S. with some of the stuff in the news. But, as that starts to fall off and the new next thing takes over, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw days where these coins are going to roar back, with 20, 30% gains overnight. So that's why I say, I hate the term buying opportunity, but that's exactly what it is. If you're looking to get into the crypto market, if anyone you know is looking to get into the crypto market, I don't know that there's going to be a better time. Now, I could say that, and the markets could have again with this panic, but again, the more they fall, the more apt they are to come back almost as quickly. What's sort of price action is based on fundamentals usually doesn't move a market as fast as panic. So if the price action is based on fundamentals, usually what you see is a slower, calmer ascent or descent, depending on which way the market's going. These are just ping-ponging, hyperactive panic. It's like the price of toilet paper. If somebody's price gouging now and everyone's out of toilet paper and they're charging $50 for, a roll of toilet paper, I don't even know what they're doing or if that's even in reality. But when this panic is over, it's going to immediately shoot back down to wherever it was before. So, in other words, buy people's fear. If you're going to buy crypto, buy the fear, and then sell once you get back into a cycle of stability and the price begins to ascend. We have it turning green in the past hour. Ripple or XRP price, not by much, not huge gains, 4.36% over the last 24 hours, but still. Down 49% for 30 days. That's a pretty big hit, but you don't really see, we haven't seen sub 20 XRP before the sell-off for a month or two. And even then it was, I think, 18 or 19 cents. So 15 cents is still a buy. I think anything under 30 cents really for XRP is a buy. Especially, maybe not now, but in the long haul. If we're looking back in time over our shoulder 2 years from now and we see 15 cents, we're going to say, wow, why didn't I buy that? Of course, we did buy. I'm trying to strengthen all my positions during this route. But, there's only so much fiat to go around. All right, so the first story we have is from John Asigi, fxstreet.com. Ripple's losses surprisingly contained in a descending channel. The support at 15 cents means a lot to the buyers in the fight for the recovery above 20 cents. So Surprisingly, Ripple's losses have been contained within a descending channel. However, gains toward the channel's resistance have not been forthcoming in the last couple of days. The pair remains vulnerable to declines as long as it stays under the resistance of 20 cents. Meanwhile, the relative strength index is stuck with the oversold, suggesting that selling activities are high. So this is what he's talking about here. We haven't broken through this channel yet to go down to really that sub 10 cent area. And we may not, I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks like we're seeing some positive price action in the market. Hopefully that continues for a few days. But I don't think we can really make solid predictions until we see the effects, if any, or this new sort of virus reality shows itself for what it is, and we get through it. Once that happens, then the price action of all the markets should stabilize more so than they have been. But it's a waiting game because it's still relatively new, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen with it. Here's a story I found. This crypto's defense of key level puts a move towards all-time high in the cards. The crypto market has seen some grave price action over the past several days and weeks, with yesterday's capitulatory meltdown, that's a nice phrase, marking one of the worst that the markets have ever seen in their short history. Yesterday's sell-off, which came about in tandem with a traditional market seeing one of their worst days in over a decade, led many previously bullish altcoins like Tezos to post some significant losses. But despite this, Tezos in particular has been able to recapture the majority of these losses, with its ongoing rally leading many analysts to note that its recent lows could mark a long-term bottom, and then it could be poised for a movement to fresh all-time highs in the days ahead. This crypto leads the market rebound as analysts eyes further outperformance. At the time of writing, Tezos was up 21% at its current price of $1.85, which marks a massive climb from daily lows of under $1. Tezos, I think in the crypto future, is going to be a good, solid cryptocurrency to hold. I've always thought that because the staking is there. People that may not be familiar with cryptocurrencies are familiar with compound interest. They like staking. They see it sort of as an interest. It also has utility with its institutional smart contract capability, and I think it's a good, solid coin. I have a fairly significant Tezos position. It's up another 12% over yesterday. Well, it's still below what it was saying in the article. It said it was up to 180. We're at 169, $1.69 here. But Tezos is definitely one to watch in the future. And as the markets come back, what'll be interesting to see is if Bitcoin comes back with them, or if it goes in reverse. What we see sometimes is these altcoins will start a rally and then Bitcoin will follow it. And I think that's really what's going to happen, because if you see, Bitcoin does have a 5.6% gain over the 24 hours, but a lot of these altcoins are beating that by a significant margin. Not only Tezos, but all EOS, all these other coins, Chainlink, XMR, whatever that is, Atom, with a 21% gain. So Bitcoin is coming back, but if it doesn't come back, if it doesn't come back in the way that the altcoin comes back, then this dominance number is going to fall. And I'm wondering if the price action, if it continues the way it is for another couple weeks or a couple months, is it going to kick off an alt season? That's probably what a lot of analysts are looking at or waiting for. I'd like to say that there's a possibility for it. I'm one of the believers that believes there will be an alt season where a lot of where fundamentals are going to be more important than hype, which is pretty much Bitcoin's bread and butter. Is just hype. It's not a great cryptocurrency. It just happens to be the first cryptocurrency. In any case, there's my music. That's it for today. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I will donate to charity on your behalf if you do so, and I'll pop up some videos for you to continue your crypto insider journey. Thanks, and we'll probably get another video out tomorrow.